Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my corner of the internet. My name is Jason, and today we're back with some more Distant Worlds universe. Last time I think I got a little bit too excited by the whole idea about that little twist that we had at the end of the episode, and I prematurely started talking about Civil War and all that. But now that we're sitting here on a new episode, let's actually go ahead and take a second and really look at the situation as it is. Now I went back to the previous save to jot down the stats for Mr. Our glorious leader, rest in peace, Tiku Bendu, so that we could go ahead and compare our old leader to our new leader. So let's go ahead and take a look at our new guy now, Mr. Donato Obaria. We're going to change your name to something. I don't know what, but we're going to change it to something by the end of this episode, hopefully. Anyways, he's got a lot more, we'll say modifiers. He's got a lot more different, we'll say, skills or traits, or basically different, yeah, we'll just call them modifiers, or attributes. Yeah, skills. I don't know. Whatever, he's got a lot more than Tiku, or Mr. Bendu did, but, you know what, it's not as bad of a drop as I thought here. Well, there's a few things that took a major hit. Population growth, basically has gone from 56 down to 12. So this guy here is not going to be good at growing the Empire as well as Tiku Bendu was. As far as, let's see, what else did he have? He had civilian construction speed, which this guy does not have at all. Colony happiness, he actually had a +10, and this guy's got a -12. So this guy here, just people are just generally not going to like, just based on who he is. Also, Tiku Bendu had a +20 for diplomacy. This guy's got a +7. So it's, you know, we've got a 13-point drop. It's not terrible. And he also had a point for tourist income. Now, you can see the rest of the stats here from Mr. Donato Obario, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Population growth is going to be a big hit, but other than that, this guy could possibly be a decent leader. I'm just disappointed that it happened. I'm like, no, because in addition to that, as we saw last time, that does affect the mood of our different planets here. We've got a lot of, we'll say, sort of, you know, just sort of straight faces here, kind of like, oh, and then we have planets like Kilamar 3 and planet Sean. You know, and they are, if we go ahead and take a look at the details here, we see that, you know, they've been set into rebellion, but they tire of our Empire's wars, so, our Empire's disruptive leadership change is reducing happiness by -7, plus, you know, him coming in. So basically, this entire event has sort of caused at least a -6% here, on this planet, and, you know, a couple other little things, we'll say, coupled with it. It's sort of like that perfect storm to kind of cause these rebellions. So what we're gonna do is, first things first, we're gonna actually keep things paused for a little bit, because I feel like this is one of those big moments where you're like, okay, I need to just pause, get my Empire's things in order, and then we can go ahead and unpause and continue the game. So the first thing I'm thinking about doing is actually ending our war with the Gazurians, because we do have that war weariness, right? On our planets. Let's go ahead and take a look. I want to see like Blue Planet, for example. You know, that's a -8. So our war weariness is currently at rampant. It's pretty bad. People are tired of being at war, and I think we should give them we should give them a break. We've gone ahead and we've taken some territory, but let's back off now. So I'm going to go ahead and contact the Gazurians. Now, I had thought about offering them, we'll say, a subjugated dominion. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. We'll go ahead and try the subjugated dominion, and basically what that does, if I'm remembering correctly, is basically gives us, they have to pay us sort of tribute as a sort of a condition of ending the war. And if that doesn't work, we're just going to end the war, because I want to end this war. I want, like I said, right now, I don't want to risk, we'll say, unstabilizing my empire even more. And if we stay at war, that war weariness is really going to play into it, and we might end up getting mass rebellion, and might end up getting those kinds of, well, like, we might end up with a civil war. So we're going to go ahead and see. Yes, we accept defeat and acknowledge your status as our ruler. So the Gazurian conformity is now our subjugated dominion. So I'm gonna have to take a look at, we'll say, some of the details about that. Now, one thing I want to make sure, I want to take a look at. Actually, it's kind of cool that I can sort of see everything they're doing. It's kind of plays it's like a mutual defense pact in the way that it reveals their map. but basically what it is that we own them at this point. But I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the exacts of that, and we'll take a look at that up on the screen. But I want to see if that impacts any of our, where is this? Any of our planets that actually have Gazurians. Let me see. Gazurians are upset that we are at war with their species. We are angry at the recent conquest of our colony. Alright, so I was wondering, because if you're at war with their species, there's a higher chance of them being unhappy and rebelling. So I wanted to see if switching over to subjugated dominion would also give a negative penalty for our reputation with the Gazurians on the planet, because, you know, if we're, you know, it's kind of, I guess we'll say we're enslaving, yeah, I guess you could kind of say it's a slavery, because we kind of own that other dominion, but I see it more as like a sort of a feudal setup. We sort of, they're now kind of part of our empire in a way, but they're still independent and they can rebel at any point. Like, it's complicated, but I wanted to make sure that there was no negative impact on that. It doesn't look like there is. So, when we start playing the game again, like when we resume the clock, that should go back down, and you know, they should calm down a little bit. And it's kind of nice though, because now I can keep an eye on everything they're doing. So that's cool. So we've gone ahead and we've ended the war, and we've gone ahead and yeah, we'll advance the clock in just a bit and see what we'll say the fallout of all of that is. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and resume things. I'm not gonna resume things at full speed just yet, because I feel like I need to sort of keep a close eye on everything. Let's see, what colony actually has the worst? Rebelling. I'm actually wondering if I should be building some extra troops on these planets just to kind of hold things. Isian Prime 1, that's one we just conquered, so we've already got a full complement of troops there. We've got plenty on Ancian Prime 3, and it's only -6, so we should be fine there. Planet Shan, it's got a decent garrison, as well as, yeah, Killamar 3, and that seems to be about it. So, let's just go ahead and we'll wait a little bit. Now, our cash flow has definitely, we'll say, taken a drop there. Actually, did it take a drop? I don't remember what it was last time. Well, we should probably do something about that. Now, what I had been considering is, once things stabilized out, I'm like, you know what? We're having change. We're having all kinds of change going on in our empire right now. I started considering the idea of maybe changing up my government style. We could say, you know, that was kind of part of the reason for the coup. The guy was like, no, we're sitting on these wonderful secrets like the Way of Darkness. Why are we not using this? Because let's look at this. The war weariness, it would actually knock it down to -80%. We could go to war for ages without affecting the happiness of our colonies. Maintenance costs would actually go down by -30. That would definitely help our cash flow. Growth rate would actually increase. That would kind of offset the change with having the new leader. Our research speed would go up, which would give us more of a technological edge, and then troop recruitment would even go up as well. The only thing we would have to consider would be our relationship with our neighbors and our, those within our mutual defense pact. But at this point here, I'm not too worried about upsetting them, to be very honest, because, like, militarily, we're a lot greater than them, and we're on their side at this point. I feel like if we look at our reputation with them, let's see, what is that? We got +16. Oh, and we're not trading Zendabia fluid with them. I can see how that might upset them. So we're gonna go ahead and trade our Zendabia fluid with our close allies, because we want to be on their good side, and we want to do that for them. They saw that how beneficial it would be to have an alliance with us. So we're gonna go ahead and trade with them. You know what? I'm not sure if I want to share any with the Gazurians, but I'm actually going to give the Gazurians a gift. You know what? They're going to be paying it back to me anyways, because they're a subjugated dominion. But I want to kind of improve my relationship with them just a little bit. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to look at my colonies here. Once we'll say the angry faces go away, I'm actually considering going ahead and switching over to the Way of Darkness. Now, another thing I had been thinking about, let's see, okay, that's just a small little update here. The colony governor located at Elysium has increased their colony income skill level. That's great. Oh, and our cash flow is going back up. Okay, that's right, that's right. Because they had rebelled, some of the planets weren't paying taxes. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I should have known that. So, yeah, as the rebellions stop, and as, you know, things start to calm down, our cash flow is going to go back up into, positives or whatever it happens to be. So, yeah, you know what, I might go ahead and try switching over to Way of Darkness and see what that does for us. That'd be cool. But as I was going to say, I realized something. I was thinking about it. I'm like, why did I just let that go? Like, look here, total research capacity. We're sitting at over 3 grand, and the only amount we can actually take advantage of is like these numbers right here down at the bottom. We are way over researching. So I was like, wait a second, and that's because of all of our spaceports, right? It's primarily our spaceports which are jacking that number up. So I figured, you know what we need to do? We need to go ahead and fix our spaceports. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of, we'll say, base designing here. So let's see, as far as large spaceports go, we're going to go ahead and switch this to manual because we are now going to be taking control of our large spaceports. We're going to manually upgrade the design. And let's see, what have we got here? So we've got an energy lab, which basically, if we look down here, let's see, dang, a size of 20. We could really lower this, come on, Jason. We could really lower the size, the weight here of our large spaceports just by removing some of these labs. I'm also curious about, let's see, can I look at a specific item? Energy lab, can I click on it? Give me a second here. Alright, I was trying to see if there was anywhere that would indicate how much it affected the maintenance cost of the base, because I'm thinking about, you know, I can go ahead and save a lot of money if I just start removing excess labs that we don't actually need. So what I'm noticing here is right up here says maintenance cost $84.84. That's quite a bit of money for maintenance. So if I go ahead and I say remove 3 energy labs, it brings it down to $83.40. And where are the other labs? Because each large space station has 3 different types of labs. So we've also got a high-tech lab. Wait, what's a plant? Oh, that's a manufacturer. Okay, so wait, that's fine. I think that's fine. Yes. I think. I'm pretty sure that's what... Yes, I'm pretty sure we just want to touch the labs. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we'll say remove 3 high-tech labs. And that brings down our maintenance cost down to $81.92. And then there should be a weapons lab. And there's a weapons plant. I believe that's actually where you create the weapons. That's right. That's where you actually create the weapons and stuff that are going to be going onto the ships. That's right. That's right. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So we're gonna go ahead, because that's right. You get the resources that are brought onto the base, and then those resources need to be, well, obviously converted into actual components to be placed on the ship. So we've actually reduced the maintenance cost of one large space station or one spaceport, whatever, down to 8,048. So we've dropped it by about 400, actually, a little bit more. Actually, I think, yeah, it sounds about right. So we've gone ahead and we've done that. So that's excellent. Now, it's kind of tempting to want to go ahead and throw some weapons on there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to sort of hold off on that. On that note, since we removed those, can I remove some HAB modules and life support? I can do that as well. Okay, well that is... Okay, we'll need one more HAB module. Alright, so I can only remove, I think, one of each. So that's actually that's actually very nice for our, we'll say, maintenance costs. So now that we've got that, we also did pick up a couple of new components, if I'm remembering correctly. There was an EMP, let's see, we have ion defense. Alright, so ion defense has already been put on here, because I guess the computer went ahead and they, we'll say, updated the design. So I think that's good. As far as large spaceports go, we're going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and save this design. This will be LSP-31 Mark II. And we'll go ahead and retrofit some of those. Now, I also want to make one modification to this, though. I'm going to go ahead and copy as new, and that means I'm going to be making another one, another design that's basically the same one. And what I'm going to do is, instead of removing these plants, these labs, I'm actually... Wait. Okay, it's copying the one I just made, that's right. I was like, why is there only one lab? There was 4 last time. Well, idiot, it's because you updated it. Right, right. I'm actually gonna go ahead and, under Weapons Lab, I'm gonna put a total of 5 on here. And you're probably going, wait, what? Why are you doing that? You just removed a bunch. Well, this one here is going to be different than the others. This one here is actually going to be the Sapphire Palace. I'm going to make an individual, sort of a unique base for our homeworld. And the reason for why I'm doing this is we're going to add that extra high-tech lab on there, but I'm also going to get rid of the research bases around orbit. Because I'm realizing that that is a weakness. I will say, if a ship comes in and destroys one of our research bases in orbit, they can kill some of our scientists. So, my thinking is, if we put an extra lab on our actual spaceport, the Sapphire Palace, and move all of our scientists onto there, we can also cut down on the maintenance costs of each individual research station and all the extra components that they require, like shields and all that. So, in essence, by, we'll say, sort of consolidating everything into one base, we're going to be saving money. So, that's why I'm going to put an extra lab on there. I'm also going to throw some extra armor and weapons on here. The Sapphire Palace needs to be large, big, and glorious, right? So we're going to go ahead and put some more armor on there. We'll throw on a couple more, we'll say, shields. There we go. That seems nice and tough. We're going to go ahead and put some more HAB modules because it's a much larger base now than it was. And let's see here. Excess energy output, 923. We can slap some more weapons on there, I think. Yeah, sure, why not? So, what do we want to put on there? I'd like the idea of putting a lot of more fighter bays. That would be kind of cool, putting a lot more ships on there. Let me see. Right now we were at 6 before, so we're at 10. Yes. A lot more fighter bays, and what about missiles? Missile weapons? What do we have? A lot of Shadow Force lasers, which are great if they get in close, but I like having concussion missiles because I can pound things from a distance. So 10 more missiles. There we go. This sucker is loaded. Nice. It's not that much more, it's not that much more powerful than your standard large spaceport, but it is a significant amount, we'll say, tougher than our standard one. So we're gonna actually call this one the Sapphire Palace. And it's going to have its own special design. Look at that. So now we have, where is it? Did I save it? I did save it, right? Show latest designs. So that's the large spaceport we just built. And where's the Sapphire Palace? It should be here, right? Give me a second. Okay, weird. So I went ahead and I was able to find it on the list, but it only shows up under all designs. It's down here at it's listed as the Sapphire Palace. It's not considered obsolete, so I'm not sure why it's not showing up here. Now, I can't understand why it wouldn't show up. Is it because of the latest designs? There we go. When you go to latest designs, I guess it's grabbing the newest one, or maybe the one that appears the newest. I don't know why the reasoning is for that, but the Sapphire Palace is right there. We've got our own unique design for it, and there we have the other large spaceport one. Now, I don't want to go ahead and retrofit all of the large spaceports because I want to keep an eye on our research amount, right? I don't want to go ahead and reduce our research down too much. We still want to be able to get a little bit of research. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead, right-click, select retrofit, and we're going to retrofit the Sapphire Palace to the Sapphire Palace, and it's going to have its own custom design. We're also probably going to go ahead and maybe beef up our defensive bases, and since we also acquired stealth technology, I want to play a little bit around with those as well. We're going to be doing a lot of designing in this episode, if you haven't noticed. Sorry, I should have probably front-loaded that information for you guys. So let's go ahead and we'll say get back to some, actually, you know what, not get back to some designing. We need to go ahead and start retrofitting some of our bases. So, Blue Planet, it's already being retrofitted. So let's go ahead to Gazuria 1. And looks like everyone's pretty much happy except for Isian Prime 1. They can get over it. Are they rebelling? No, because we've got way too many troops there. That would be absolutely foolish of them. So we're going to go ahead and jump around to our various planets here, and we're going to go ahead and retrofit those. So we're going to go hit head and up retrofit that. We're going to hit C, and that will jump me off to the next colony. So I'll jump over to the next one, which is Elysium. Select that one, and yes, that is the correct design. And we're basically just going to go ahead through our colonies and oh, let's back out and take a look at what's going on here. Irelin 3 mining station is under attack from a pirate frigate. That's alright. We have the Reach Defense Force in system, if I am remembering correctly. So yeah, they'll deal with that. So where was I? I was not Elysium. I just did Elysium. Let's go ahead to Dagon, and we will select your large spaceport and go ahead and retrofit that one. I love how it costs me money to remove things. Well, I guess that does make sense. Going on to Liana Prime 10. We're gonna go, oh, it's a medium spaceport. Now, for a medium spaceport, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and leave that alone for now. We're gonna go to Reach. Yeah, right now we're gonna just focus primarily on our large spaceports, because that's the one we just went ahead and we did the retrofit for, right? Istil's Major Enclave gave us a monetary gift. Yes, I do like it. Thank you very much, guy. You know what, here, have a gift right back. We've got so much money in the bank right now. I just want to, you know, I just want to be in, we'll say, good standing with all my friends. So let's go ahead and, that's another medium spaceport, so we'll, I suppose we should have retrofitted the medium spaceports to, the other, designs. The reason being for that is, that we know that the new design includes, EMP protection. So, that will give us an effective defense against ion weapons. Sure, it's not going to reduce the, it's not going to reduce our costs, we'll say, with research, but it will go ahead and, it will, we'll say, make our stations a little bit more, defendable, I guess we'll say. It'll make them a lot more, we'll say, resistant to, attack. I think, actually, we probably should be able to go ahead and retrofit pretty much all of our large spaceports to this new design, because I'm looking at our research there, and I'm like, dang, we were really over researching. Now I could actually just do all this from the ships and bases screen. That would probably be a lot easier. Yeah, I'm doing this the stupid way. So let's go ahead and just look at all of would it be construction yards? Yeah, there we go. You know what? Heck, we've got construction ships that probably could use retrofitting as well. So we're gonna go ahead and just highlight everything here. All of them. I'm holding down shift and I'm holding the down arrow. You know what? Actually, I'll be back after I selected everything. Actually, better idea. I'll hit Control A to select everything, and then I'll hold down Control and hit the Sapphire Palace, because that's the only one we don't want to change. And then we'll just select retrofit. Ta-da! All done. There we go. That's a lot less of a dumb way of doing things. So as we can see here, our cash flow is already down to 11 grand. Now that's probably partially, you know, the rebellion's ending and stuff like that, so that's good. Also, if I recall correctly, Zentabia fluid should be, well, let's see, let's back out a little bit and see if any Zentabia fluid is being shipped from, any of our systems. No, Eucantium Pearl, coming from that civilian ship. Okay. Let's see, we have boarded and captured the ship Jubilant Impasse from the Rasman Shipping. That's alright. So we've got ourselves a new ship. That's cool. What kind of ship is it? It's a freighter. Huh, so I guess we detected a smuggling ship and we decided to take it over. And they're gonna retire it at the MC Hammer spaceport. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, now the next thing I wanted to go ahead and play around with was, we'll go to state ships. I want to change up our exploration ships. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at which ships we've got here. We actually have 2 exploration ships. Huh. Well, that is interesting. Why do we have 2 different exploration ships? Is it because one of them is... Well, let's look at the dates. This one here, the Scout Mk2, was designed back in 2116, and we're not using any of it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mark that one as obsolete. This one here is no longer needed. However, the EX17, we're gonna actually turn off automatic upgrade here. On that one, is... Actually, I want to make sure that I've gone ahead and I set the other one to manual as well. Sapphire Palace is manual, as well as is the other large one. Okay. State ships. So the Surveyor, we're going to go ahead and manually upgrade this design. And the reason for that is we actually have stealth technology. Now, I actually did a little bit of research on what stealth does, and it's not like a cloaking device, although we'll say the description of the technology sounds like it would be. It's not, it doesn't actually, we'll say, turn your ship invisible. What it does is it makes it more resistant to being detected by radar, as far as I'm aware. So if we were to go ahead and put stealth cloak onto our exploration ship, it would mean that it would be less likely to be picked up by enemy scanners. So we're gonna go ahead and slap one of those onto our exploration ships. So we've got that on there. Now, I also want to do a couple other little things here with my exploration ships. I'm like, I really want to be able to see everything in the galaxy. Information is power, right? Knowledge is power. Like, I want to know everything that's going on. So I've thought, why don't I have, we'll say, long-range sensors on my ships? Oh, it's probably because of the extreme size. Dang, 72. Well, you know what? Our exploration ships are about to get very big. Very slow. We're gonna have to fix that as well, but I figured putting long-range scanners and a stealth cloak on our ships would allow us to really, we'll say, get around the galaxy and really kind of be able to explore things. And, you know, give us a really good picture, because now we'll have a bunch of sort of floating bubbles showing me everything that they're going near. So we're gonna go ahead and slap on a bunch of more fuel, because we're gonna need a lot more fuel. And let's see, excess energy output 42. How much energy does the stealth cloak use? 10. Oh, and that's actually counted under static energy usage. Okay, excellent. So all I need to do now is slap on some engines to make this thing go a little bit faster, because you know, if pirates see our ship, you know, even though it's got the stealth, I think, what is it? The stealth rating is 500, and if I'm recalling, I don't remember exactly what that means. I think it means that they need to be within 500 units of my ship to see. I don't know exactly how that works. I'll have to look into that a little bit more to give you we'll say, the full answer on that. But we're gonna go ahead and slap some more engines on there so that our if they run into trouble, they can get out of wherever it is that they're in. We don't have enough energy. That's what the problem is. I'm like, why is it that our speed is maxing out? You know, our cruise speed is actually higher than our sprint, and that's probably because of our reactor. Let's slap another reactor on there. There we go. That's a really big ship. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, habitation module and life support. So I think that's actually close to what our ship was before. So we've got long-range scanners, stealth cloak, and they're still pretty quick. They're going to be a lot more expensive, though, but they should be much better at, we'll say, gathering information for us. So we're going to go ahead and save this design, and we're going to start, we'll say, retrofitting our exploration ships with this new design. And I don't know if long-range sensors work while in warp. I hope so, because that would be really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and get all of our exploration ships retrofitted. Where are you guys at? Exploration ships, there we go. I'm just gonna select all of them. Everyone back to base, retrofit. It's gonna cost us 19 grand. That's fine, we're gonna go ahead and we will do it. Alright, so I think that's all the designing we want to do for now. I don't see the point in necessarily putting some of the stealth technology on our other military ships, just because of, you know, I discovered how they actually work, and I'm like, oh, that really doesn't That's not exactly what I want from my, we'll say, exploration or my combat ships. You know, if it was like stealth where, you know, I could be within system and they don't know I'm there, that would be kind of overpowered, but it would be very cool. So, but I think was sort of having exploration ships flying around the galaxy, you know, a little bit more stealthily so they don't know where my eyes are, and having long-range sensors on them so I can sort of pick up where everyone is, that would be cool. Okay. I was like, well, I don't have strike forces down here. Why is there strike forces? But those are Kaadians. Guys, pick a different color, please. It's getting a little bit. Sometimes it gets a little confusing trying to pick myself out from them. Now, that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the status of our colonies. You know, actually, let's get the time a little bit quicker, because I'm not sure if there's been enough time that's actually passed to allow these guys to calm down. Yeah, they're getting good. All right, excellent. Gazuria 1, 4%. Oh, we can do better than that. Let's bring you up to about 10% for now. And that will really help with the cash flow. All right, so once that, was it Ancien? Was it Ancien or Isium? Yeah, it was Isian Prime. Isian Prime 1, once they get sort of, we'll say, into the happy spectrum, I'm gonna go ahead and think about switching over to Way of Darkness. Because you know what? I want to go ahead and start crushing things. Why not, right? So on the note of crushing things, we actually have a bunch of intelligence agents, and I haven't really been doing a whole lot with them because I wasn't sure who I wanted to target. Because you know I've been trying to be diplomatic, trying to make friends. But honestly, we need to be putting these guys to use. So we've got this guy here has got an excellent. Actually, yeah, Mathia Keski, you got an awesome espionage skill and sabotage. You are gonna go places, guy. Actually, you've got good everything. We're gonna go ahead and send you out on a mission. And I think we're actually gonna start poking at our old friend, the Nexilians. Just because. Hey, do you have any research we don't have? Well, you certainly do. Tactical interceptors. I did want that because I wanted carriers. Alright, you got a year. Go ahead, go do it. So we're now going to be sending him off to steal, we'll say, technology from the Nexilians on tactical interceptors, and that will give us the capability, rather late game actually, of being able to build carriers. Now, you're untested. Let's see, sabotage and psyops. You know what? I'm also going to send you out on missions. We don't know exactly how good your sabotaging skills are, but let's see how you would fare against the Great Meridian Alliance. You know, we'll see, where is it? Sabotage construction at, one of their spaceports. 92%. I want to find one maybe that's a little bit higher. Nah, anyway, actually that probably would have been the best one right there. So basically, I think the way this works is any construction done at, this particular base will be sort of sabotaged or damaged, or you know won't turn out right. And I think that's a good this is a good, we'll say, introductory type mission for sabotage based espionage agents. At 92%, not bad. We will go ahead and send him off on that one. So we've got 2 intelligence agents out in the field, and we've got another 3 sitting back at home. This guy's got good counter espionage, but he's corrupt. Interesting. Why is he corrupt? Is it corrupt in the sense that he's working for another empire? No. Or is it corrupt in the sense that he's, you know, he's sort of stealing money and stuff? I don't know. Actually, if I recall correctly, if they're actually working for another empire, they will actually be listed as, we'll say like a double agent or something like that. Inspiring presence, I want to keep you here. I'm going to keep you on counterintelligence, just because I feel like it's a decent fit, keeping him back at the base. That way there, everyone else who's there, can sort of benefit from his presence. Luke Moretti, Psyops. No, I'm not ready to start inciting any rebellion, so we're going to keep you on counterintelligence for now. And Kobe Callan. You know, we'll keep you on counterintelligence as well. So we've got 3 guys on counterintelligence right now. You know, if we actually end up, we'll say, with a clear enemy, you know, our relations are degrading with someone, then we will go ahead and maybe make a little bit more use of all of them. But for now, I'll keep them on counterintelligence and send the other 2 guys out on their respective missions. Okay, so let's see. What do the Gazurians think of us right now? They're still very angry with us. -20. Let's see. Past dealings with you have been terrible. No kidding, eh? You're upset that they refuse to trade. Yeah, they're upset because we won't trade Zentabia fluid with them. But why? You know, what is our motivation to share that stuff with them when they, you know, that will only help them grow stronger. We don't want them to grow stronger. We've subjugated them. We want to keep them down. It's like, stay there. Now, I do find it interesting that they've got... Is that fleet within our territory? It is, technically, right? So what if I told them to pull their stuff out of their, Oh, hello. So basically, it looks like our base has been being attacked by pirates. What pirates are these? Ah, the menacing Ravagers. That's the legendary pirate faction. Dang. Is our spaceport holding? Shields are going down very quickly. Oh dear. This is... Aha. Tried to escape, but you couldn't. So actually there's 2 components disabled. And my guess is that would be as a result of ion weapons? Even with EMP protection. Oh wow, okay. Let me slow things down a bit. This faction is... Wow, okay. Oh dear. I'm not sure what to do at this point. This planet is lost. There's nothing we could have done. We could have prepared better for their attack, but I understand now why they're considered a legendary pirate faction. These guys are pretty tough. Okay, you guys are ruthless. And they're gonna wipe out our mining bases and all that. Okay, so what we need to do, first of all, we do need to rebuild. We're gonna wait for them to get out of system to do that, of course. But that is concerning. That makes me want to go ahead and build some more defensive bases around all of my planets. Because if these guys are going around from... yeah, they've got carriers, they've got... those are destroyers, but they've got capital ships, size of 745. Even their destroyers are size, what, 461? That's significant. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and need to, we'll say, prepare the rest of our empire for dealing with these guys here. We don't know exactly what their mission is. We don't know in what direction they're heading. So, actually, let me take a look again. Which direction does it look like they're turning into? Looks like they're looking up. What is up? Is that it's not, well, there's nothing in our territory that's up. So, hopefully they're just going to leave and they're going to go to Isian Prime territory. Or Isian Prime? No, come on, Jason. What is the name of them? Isilis Major. There we go. I'm thinking of the planet. Alright. Well, we need to rebuild. So we're going to build another, we'll say, medium spaceport on there. And we have a shortage of Krypton. And we're going to put 2 defensive bases around you. Oh, crud. I didn't notice you were still there. Nothing is happening. You do not need to turn your attention to it. Oh, good. They're warping out of system. No, no, don't. Do it. And they left. Okay. We're going to try to queue up that second defense base again. So, that pirate faction is pretty, going to be pretty problematic. So, we need to also rebolster, we'll say, the, MC Defense Force, which is down to 1 destroyer. Yeah, we need to fix that. So we're gonna go ahead and build some new ships for that base, or for that system over here in the Kiefer Major system. I need you to begin building. Okay, our scientist, blah blah blah, at Sapphire's Palace has made a critical breakthrough while researching improved tractor beams. That's cool, so we've got, what, crash research for it? Excellent. So cruisers, we're gonna build good 3 cruisers, and we're gonna go ahead and put those into the MC Defense Force. So we're gonna go ahead and grab these 3 guys, and where are you at? You're right there. So when they're done being constructed, they're going to go over there and help things out. I think I should start building more defensive bases, because I feel like if I would have had 2 defensive bases, well, I don't know if it would have done a whole lot, but maybe it would have done more than it did. Well, obviously it would have done more than it did. But that pirate faction, it seems to be. Oh, is that them? No, it's not them. I don't know which way they went. Where are my exploration ships? Jason, you've had the time acceleration on really low. I doubt they're even back at the base for retrofitting. Darn it! Okay, Deadly Plague Strikes. Yeah, that's exactly what I needed! On Dagon! Wonderful. So that is going to... Okay, so it's spread. Wait. Okay, it's spread from Dagon to the Trim Junction 2 system. So it's, these 2 bases right here. So it's actually, yep. So Dagon's infected with the Dakara virus, and so is our base, Patreem Junction 2. Lovely. Okay, so, well, that's gonna hurt, our population a little bit. Okay, now what was I thinking? Oh yes, looking at the cash flow, and I'm kind of debating, do I want to build those extra defensive bases, or does that feel like it's a little bit too much? I feel like that's probably a little bit too much. Let's see, the war between Rendula colonies and the Raldan Corporation has ended. So, Rendula colonies, is that these guys here? I think so. No, that's Kalarba Major. The Rendula colonies has basically run into their legendary pirate faction, the Mercenary Ravagers. Is this you? No, that's the Strelur Empire. Where are you guys? Okay, this is the Tikans. I believe this is the Mortallans. Let me take a look here. Yes, that is, no, that's the Rendula colonies. Okay, so Rendula colonies is the name of the Mortallan Empire. So they have detected, so they've run into the legendary pirate faction. Now, it's actually, I find it interesting, you can kind of tell who's the weaker empires here, because you'll notice they tend to have pirate flags within their territory. You're looking here, there's pirate flags, pirate flags, pirate flags. You look at the Rhodian Major, you got, you know, these pirate flags. Even over in the Tikan territory, we have a little bit here. Actually, what is this? That's an actual pirate-run colony. So it's actually kind of interesting. You can kind of tell who the powerhouses are, because I guarantee you the Meridian Alliance doesn't have any. Let me see. Oh, and I'm right. Yep, because these guys are they're powerful enough to control their own territory here. Okay. All right, so what I was doing is I actually looked at the Empire comparison screen, and I noticed, you know, one of our objectives is earn the most tourist income in the galaxy. And currently, it appears that the Dandalus Technocracy has earned the most. But we're at 51%, so we're at 51% of what they can do. So I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and try to be a little bit more competitive in that space. So I went here over to the side and I clicked on potential resort locations. And I found 3 locations within our, we'll say, allies' territories so that I could go ahead and build a resort base. So I've gone ahead and queued a few of those up. So we will get, we'll be getting some more, say, tourist income. Now, I'm looking at, I'm starting to think about victory, right? I'm trying to think, how am I supposed to actually win this game? And, you know, we definitely want to, we'll say, boost our economy. We definitely want population territory, and we're looking at the human race victory conditions. I feel like if we were sort of striving for the human race victory conditions, we can kind of get the other ones along the way. And, but the one thing I wanted to sort of prioritize right now is I'm like, worth a whole 25% of the 25% is controlling continental colonies. So what I'm thinking here is, when trying to choose what our next victim, or who our next victims will be, that we will go ahead and find the one with a lot of continental planets that we can go ahead and try to take over. The Gazurian Conformity, a treaty's proposed. Now, rather than go ahead and click it on it up there, I want to go to this screen to sort of see what they're asking. They request a release from subjugation. So, do I want to accept the offer? Do I want to give them their freedom? Let me go ahead and take a look at my finances here. Subjugated tribute. Where is my subjugation tribute? I'm not, like, getting anything from you guys. Are they... I wonder. Are they like bankrupt? I wonder if they just don't have any money to give me. Because, yeah, we're not getting any money from subjugation tribute, according to this anyways. So, but I like being able to see what they're doing. I like that aspect. But, you know, if we don't release them, are they gonna get annoyed and are they gonna try to attack us again? But I doubt they would try to do that again. I'm wondering if we should give our Zendavia fluid with them. Would that make them happier? Would that make them happier and allow them to give us more money? You know what, for the time being, we're gonna give some Zendavia fluid to the Gazurians. I don't feel like they are a threat to us. Like, actually, it's mostly that they've completed a lot of their race-specific victory conditions, but it doesn't really look like they're... yeah, it doesn't really look like they're a threat if we look at the, like, you know, economically, territory-wise, military strength-wise. Yeah, they're pretty low. So we'll try a trial basis. You stay our subjugated dominion. We'll give you Zendavia fluid so you can build up and give us money. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Still annoyed with us. We'll keep an eye on that, and then I reserve the right to go ahead and retract that trade at any time. Alright, so we've got a new ship captain named Mishku Moretti, has appeared at Shadow 9, 10. And basically gives that ship a shield recharge rate upgrade. I don't know exactly what that is. I wish it would bring me to the actual ship, though. I want to know where this ship is. So if I gotta look for Shadow 9, 10. So I gotta go to this screen here, and I've gotta look for... let's sort by name. So everything should be in alphabetical order. Where is the S? Shadow 910. And it's part of the Dagon Defense Force. You know, I'm okay with that. We're just gonna leave them where they are. For the time being, until we get maybe some more capital ships, and then I'll start shifting all of my my ship captains off to capital ships. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright, so cash flow is getting pretty decent. You know what? People are probably a lot happier now. Let's go ahead and consider raising some taxes. Isian Prime 1, still not the happiest. I don't understand why, guys. You guys have got Zendavia fluid right on your planet. Why aren't you guys happy? Resource shortages. Okay, I get that. And being Gazurians. And they're still upset about being recently conquered. I don't know why. Like, come on, guys. Get over it already. It's been like maybe a year. Alright, so dang. There is a... Yep, we've got a fearsome merchant cartel hidden pirate base on Yanker Junction. Well, you know what? We're gonna need to go ahead and recruit some troops here. Quite a bit of them. I'm just gonna overkill, recruit all these units, and then try to take out this base. You know, if that doesn't work, then I'm just gonna have to, we'll say, transport some troops off-world here using Strike Force Alpha. But it looks like this planet will be good. So, with that said, let's actually go down to that planet, that area. Where is... Actually, that's Strike Force Bravo went and dropped those guys off. Alright, let's go ahead and load troops. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the troops off the planet. Now, the, I don't know if that's maybe a wise decision. We are leaving a garrison on there, though. How many units? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4-unit garrison should be okay. Actually, no. No. And the reason why no is because there's Zendavia fluid on there. I want to really make sure that this does not leave my territory. We're actually garrison an extra 2 strike trooper units on there. Like I said, this planet here is very important. We need to keep it. We also need to put a spaceport up for it. So we're gonna go ahead and build that up. We're gonna go ahead and pick up our troops. And the reason why I want to go ahead and pick up all the troops is I want to have our strike forces ready for combat at any point. I want them to have the troops on board and ready to be dropped on planet at a moment's notice. Rather than having to build up the troops as soon as a war is declared, I want that to be ready to go immediately. So we're gonna go ahead and have them go ahead and load up the troops. And, what was it that I wanted to check? Our leader, Donato Arbaria, located at the Blue Planet, has increased their diplomacy skill level, so it's now at 13. At least he's improving that, that's good. He's also improved his population growth skill level. Well, that's good. What's it at now? Let's go ahead and take a look at... Where are you? Right down there. Population growth is at 8%, so it's gone up by like 1%, which I guess is okay. At least it's an improvement, right? And I'm still waiting for, like I said, that bottom planet here, Isian Prime, to get happy so we can go ahead and try switching over to Way of Darkness and see how that goes over with everybody. The Gazurians, how are you feeling with us? They're cautious with us. Okay, and we retain our subjugated dominion. Are we getting any money from that now? Still nothing. Like I said, I'm wondering if it's because they're bankrupt. I don't know what their status is. Their economy, according to this, it's 12th place. It's not terrible. I suppose that's not the most accurate or the best way of gauging how they're doing, but it's something. Alright, now what I wanted to do... there's actually a bunch of things I want to take a look at, and it's like, there's so many different things for me to consider. But one thing I wanted to start, we'll say, plotting my next target. Who do I want to start harassing? I'm really tempted to come down and just wipe out the Rhodians. Because if we take a look here, where are the Rhodians sitting at? They're almost in... Well, up here, they're actually not bad. They're 12th. But if we look at territory, let's see, 14th place... we say economically they're 17th, strategic value 18th, military strength actually 9th. Okay, that's they're actually stronger than the Gazurians right now, which I find interesting. But I was thinking about them, but I really want to be finding what is it? Continental planets. And let's take a look here. They've got one continental planet. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking a look at who's got the most continental planets. And it doesn't look like they have a whole lot. What about the Teekans? Well, actually, I don't know. Do I want to mess with the Teekans? They're in 3rd place. I might not want to start an all-out war with them. If there's anyone that's going to be able to sort of bruise me, let me see. Yeah, we'll say these top 6 are, you know... Oh, wow, actually, the Great Meridian Alliance has passed me. I guess all the more reason for me to want to switch over to the Way of Darkness. I can't let that happen. But yeah, if anyone's gonna bruise me, it's gonna be these anyone in the top 6, including me. You know, if I were to punch myself, that would probably do some damage. There's not a whole lot of continental planets nearby, is there? I started off in a section of, we'll say, the universe that's got really, like, nothing as far as continental planets goes. Because, I find that actually, okay, there's one over there in Naxilian territory. That's 1. Oh, 2. 3. That's an ocean planet. Actually, that's... I don't think... Are they at war? Who is this? This is the Raldan Corporation. How is the Raldan Corporation doing with the Naxilians right now? Let's take a look. Raldan Corporation is... Yep, they're at war with the Naxilians. Oh, no. No. Pirate cruiser. Okay, phew. I was like, please don't be the legendary pirate faction. It's not. Oh, I just remembered what I wanted to do. My defensive bases. I want to retrofit these. So, right after this really cool looking fight is over, we're gonna go ahead and retrofit our defensive bases. So we're gonna go under the design screen, and we are going to change up our, where are they? Not state ships, state bases! There we go. Defensive base. Switch that onto manual, and we're gonna go ahead and upgrade the design. Now, are those enough shields? No, those are not enough shields. And is that enough armor? No, it's not enough armor. And are those enough guns? Goodness, no! So we're gonna go ahead and, let's go ahead and slap... Now, I do need to be careful because I do have one defensive base that is not at a colony, and I want to keep the maximum base size under 1,500. We can definitely do that. So we're gonna go ahead and slap maybe another 10 points of armor on there. we're gonna go ahead and slap another, we'll say, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go, another 4 shield generators on there. Let's see, excess energy output. Yeah, we're gonna need another reactor on there as well. Now, we've got actually a fusion reactor here, and this one uses hydrogen. So now I kind of have that choice. Do I want to use quantum reactor or fusion reactors? What is it currently using? It is using, I don't know. I don't see it. You are using a reactor, right? Yes, there it is. Quantum reactor. So for a slightly smaller one, we get less energy output and less storage capacity, but really the only difference is it switches over to hydrogen. So our quantum reactors are still probably the better way to go, and that's probably because of the branching technology trees. That's why, you know, we've got the option for fusion reactors, but they're just not worth it yet. So we're gonna go ahead and slap another quantum reactor on there, and let's go ahead and maybe throw on another fighter bay. That will give some more fighters. Actually, we'll throw on 2 fighter bays. That'll give them a lot more fighters. And before I go ahead and put life support and HAB modules, I want to improve the number of guns and stuff on here. Shadow Force lasers. Yeah, we need more of those. Where are they? Shadow Force lasers. You guys are right there. So we're gonna wait. Actually, what's the range on phaser cannon? That sounds cool, like phaser cannon. It's too short. So Shadow Force lasers. We're gonna go ahead and add another 10, and concussion missiles. Another 10. There we go. These suckers are loaded. We need one more reactor though, because we've got way too much firepower on here to be handled by what we had on there. So, HAB module and life support. So our new size is at, wow, 1,229. Much better shields, much better armor, and a whole lot more firepower. That is nice. So let's go ahead and save this as our new defensive base design. We're gonna maybe do sort of a rolling, well, maybe I don't know if that's a correct term. We're gonna do sort of a staggered retrofit for these, because I know that's going to definitely, we'll say, dip into my cash flow here. So wow, it's gonna cost 4 grand just to retrofit you. All right, you're the new lucky winner of a brand new defensive base design. I'm actually wondering if it's more worth it to just make sure that your defensive bases are at the maximum size it possibly can be, rather than building multiple defensive bases. That's an interesting idea. Alright, both of our agents have evaded detection, which is excellent. So we've stolen research information on tactical interceptors. I don't believe we have the technology yet, though. And we've also sabotaged construction. Excellent! So let's go ahead and get those guys working again. Intelligence agent, Mathia Keski, I need you stealing research again. I want those tactical interceptors from the Naxilian Union. So please, steal research on, where are your tactical interceptors? And you, once again, have an entire year to do it. Go to it, guy. You've only got a 1% to sabotage. You're actually much better at counter-espionage. But you've got a lot of potential for sabotage. So, why don't you go ahead and, why don't you go sabotage some stuff on the Naxilian Union side? Yeah, because they've got some continental planets that I wouldn't mind taking. Oh, I think we figured out where my sights are set. So, can you destroy a base? That would be really nice if you could destroy one of their bases. 75%. No, that's too low. No, we're gonna slowly build you up with sabotaging construction. Yeah, we're gonna slowly work his way up to. We're gonna build up his skills, so that he can eventually start destroying entire bases, and then that'll really help out in our, we'll say, our efforts against them. What? Our agent, he's already been captured. Wonderful, great job, guy. Okay, I guess we're not going to be building you up for anything. Well, I believe we do still have the Spy Academy, right, though, on the blue planet? Let me see. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get some more intelligence agents. Our intelligence network has uncovered a covert arrangement of the Pentalumen Prime Utopia. We like them, actually. They made a secret deal with the pirate faction to attack ships and bases of the Rodal Prime Collective. You know what? Keep this information to ourselves. I'm actually okay with those attacks. Alright, well, you know what? It's actually been quite a while, and I need to go do other things, so I'm going to have to end things here. I know we spent a lot of time in menus and designing and stuff, but, yeah, that's part of the game. So we're going to go ahead and end things now. We're going to save this as LP31, and, yeah, we're going to go... We are done. So, if you like the video and you like the content and you'd like to see more, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you thought in the comments section. And until next time, I'd like to ask you all to game on.